No, I just think about my coffee right now. Yes, coffee. I'm still not. All right, we had rejection. All right, so rejection. So what are the challenges of being a leader is going to be rejection. Why? One of the most common cause of leadership is the experience of rejection. If you're willing to accept the call of leadership, at times you will be rejected and misunderstood. Okay, write that down, right? Rejection. If you're willing to accept the call of leadership, if you're willing to accept the call to leadership, at times you may be rejected and misunderstood. Rejected and misunderstood. My. We got that? Because I want to get to the filet mignon. I got some filet mignon that I want to unleash. And I need a okay, criticism. Okay, no leaders exempt. I don't like Margot. I don't like CJ. I don't like Miss Kim. It's just, you gotta welcome it. You know what I'm saying? When Mo was going, when Pastor Mo was going through a little, I forgot what you called it. No, I can't say that. Oh, okay. We were going through a nice, hefty challenge. Let's just say that. And through that, I learned, you know what? Never give more time to a friend than you would to an enemy. You don't answer your critics. You just don't. You just, well, let them talk. You know, they doesn't talk. That's why they're behind you at the end of the day.
Can you repeat that again? You said never give more time to.
Right. That's why they're behind you. You know, the very nature of leadership involves taking a position. The very nature of the very nature of effective leadership involves, you guys caught up? The very nature of effective leadership involves taking a position on issues, making decisions, and determining direction. The very nature of effective leadership involves taking a position on issues, making decisions, and determining direction. Period. Right? Write this down. This will always result in some form of reaction from one's environment. Reaction from one's environment. Loneliness. This is very simple, and I've experienced this many times. Leadership at times is lonely because you must be out front ahead of your followers. Leadership at times is lonely because you must be out front ahead of your followers. You guys got that? Pressure, or I call it pressure or perplexity. Or just call it pressure. Pressure. Leaders must face the challenge of responsibility. Leaders must face the challenge of the responsibilities and demands that come with leadership. These involve the need to make critical decisions, often under constraints and external pressure. Like if you want to know who you are, let a trial hit you. Let a trial. Like when you go through a trial, that will reveal who you really are. Let pressure hit you. Babysit, got no money. Car got towed. Oh, you just like, what? You and the wife, oh, you and the girl though. You just like everything from all sides. And that will really reveal what's in there. Was like the first thing that pops out. Pay attention to that. Now after you're like, okay, you took now the first thing that pops out. You're like, okay, there's some fault in there that you need to like, you know what? Just calm. You know what I'm saying? You have to be calm. In storms, you gotta be calm.
You said that these involve the need to make
Critical decisions, often under constraints and external pressure. In the last 2 weeks, I found out last night, 2 pastors have had heart attacks. 2 pastors. They almost died. Thank God they lived. Pressure. I want to leave. Sure, you want that light? Because that light brings heat. Mental and physical fatigue. Leadership places heavy demands on individuals. Leadership places heavy demands on the individual who fills the position. There is no way to become, you caught up? There is no way to become an effective leader and not be affected by its stress, physical demands, and mental toll. Yes, ma'am, absolutely. Leadership places heavy demands on the individual who fills the position. There is no way to become an effective leader and not be affected by stress, physical demands, and mental toll. I think that's self-explanatory. This is why, you know what, we're very, just very, what you call it, on the working out. You gotta work out. Stress, physical demands, and mental toll. Sometimes, you know what, just, if you can't get away at the region, just take a day off. Just switch your phone off. You know, like the last 3 Fridays, that's what I've been doing. I go and work out, you know, and just be. You know, not being selfish, but just be. You know, I just find ways to, I schedule times to decompress. So I can just stay equal. So if I'm talking to Steph, I'm not getting Steph my frustration. I'm getting Steph all of Julio. Because there's a demand expectation that you demand of me. I'm gonna give you that. Now like, that's very annoying. When you like this, you're not focused. You know what I'm saying? You're not focused. You look not. That's like saying no to Jesus. Leadership places heavy demands on the individual who fills the position. There is no way to become an effective leader and not be affected by its stress, physical demands, and mental toll. You good? All right. The last one. Price paid by those closest to you. You must be aware of the tremendous cost. You must be aware of the tremendous cost which will be borne by those closest to you. Now, this is an example that I use. For example, family members. Like for instance, like when my wife got, oh, you got me and my kids. I was like, oh. I was like, girl, you got me in the church. You're like, huh? I was like, oh, you'll find out. And when I started traveling, she was like, I was like, remember? And I just went back. She's like, I've been doing what you asked me to do. Now this is the kingdom. Now this is what. You know what I'm saying? So there is a price to it. You know what I'm saying? Even my kids have felt it. Even those that don't even live with me. Yeah, I just feel like this is pressure or something like, you know, I was like, what's on my life, son? So, you know, it's a cause. You know, because leadership, write this down, because leadership demands giving, because leadership demands the giving of oneself to others. Your life becomes, you go like this, your life becomes the property of those whom you serve. Because leadership demands giving oneself to others, your life becomes the property of those whom you serve.
Can you repeat the statement before that?
Pay the price by those closest to you. Pay the price by those closest to you. God bless you.
Great.
You guys got that?
Oh, wait. It's like you must be aware of tremendous call.
Oh, you must be aware of the tremendous cost which will be borne by those closest to you. For example, your family members, or families. So in your instance, you know what in your mind. You know, make sense? So let's say I've been many times in conferences with Pastor Mo. I don't tell him. You know, I'm pretty sure now when if he hears this, I miss recitals. Matter of fact, the eve of my wedding, I was in Shadow Valley with him doing a conference. Of course, you know, on deep. I was like, hey, this is what comes with it. This is on the treadmill, because we're just warming up. He's going to pick up. It's that New York in me, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, again, it's just the price. You know what I'm saying? This is the price.
Question. Isn't that neglecting your health?
If you have everything in balance, if you have everything in balance, yes. I can't make everything now. Yeah, if I put, again, I use everything like a bank account. If I serve, you know, like I'm serving, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You know what? Hey, this week I won't be pulled up. I was like, hey,
Okay.
this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm supposed to do. That's good, but this is great. It ain't about you to do, oh, recital. That's nice, but it's business as well. All right, that's the Rivera household. You run your house. It's just the way it is. That is the thing. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot. There's gonna be time you're like, oh, you know, I've known generals like in the network that I've done. On the day of his 34th anniversary, he was still in Hong Kong. You don't love us in that? No, when I get back, we make it up, and that's it. What in the world? Ain't a big deal. It depends on your household. I don't know. But again, if you have everything in balance, You know what? Now you're always going out, and you're like, nah, yeah, it's gonna cause some tremendous problems. Right? So now I want to give you some things that I've learned. These could call like nuggets. I want to give you some good character stuff. Like, this is something that over the last 15 years that I got like 70, but I'm not going to give you 70. You know why? We'll just drive by. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be good. Don't be like, that pastor says drive by a lot.
I respect.
It's my favorite passion.
You know what I'm saying? Those are my nephews. All right, so you want to write this down. The things I've learned about character. So now these are like nuggets, the things that I've learned about character. Okay? I'll give you a few. You know what I'm saying? These are like nuggets, and then I'll unpack them little by little. Some of them are just self-explanatory, you know what I'm saying, whatnot. And then I'll see what we are doing the time. And this is something that I've learned along with Mo and myself, doing ministry together, you know what I'm saying? And just even myself in the last few years, just coaching and stuff like that. Okay. Leadership is only as safe as your character. Leadership is only as safe as your character. Does that make sense? Leadership is only as safe as your character.
Can you go deeper on that?
Yeah, I get that.
Leadership, repetition is the mother of all skills. Patience, CJ. Patience. Patience. These are the signs. Leadership. Okay, so when we talk about leadership, okay, leadership is as safe as your character. Leadership and character, okay. We want to lead, but we want no character. You know, I believe now the kingdom age that we want, that we in right now, I believe it's going to come with power, or what I would say, character and purity. You know what I'm saying? Character and purity. So when we get into the system, you know, into darkness, they're like, man, you don't smell like smoke.
True.
How do you do it? Oh, I got to show you. You know what? I just hold on to his grace. And I'm not in the center. If you're feeling frustrated, it's because, you know, again, you're in the center and you're falling out of grace. You know what I'm saying? So we want to practice character. There's a lot of attributes to character. But I'm just saying, you know what? Need more. And the hardest person to lead really is, you know what? It's yourself.
True.
I need to go to the gym. I need to do this. It's easier to be telling Miss King. Then I got to go home and do that. What I just told you, I got to go home and do it now. And if I don't do it, then my integrity is questioned. Well, you just said, Pastor Rudy, hold up. You say you're going to work out. What time is this? Then everything after that is questionable. Moving on. Does it make sense? You know what I'm saying? Your gift can never protect your character. Your gift can never protect your character. Ready? But your character will protect your gift. Your gift can never protect your character. But your character will protect your gift. You guys are good? We see this in the rap. Matter of fact, there's who knows is it Channing Tatum?
Yeah.
Okay, I go to another worldwide. I'm not talking about it. I'm just saying because, you know, again, I'm not blasting about it. Don't hear my heart. Johnny Depp. Everybody knows. Who doesn't not know? Awesome gift. character flaw. It's just, it's flawed. And when you meet your wife, man, look, I got a problem with man, his wife, man. You know what I'm saying? When I saw in the screen, oh my God, he's so hot. Then behind closed doors, when the cameras go down, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Now you behind closed doors. You're not gonna see Johnny No, you're gonna see the other one. The Johnny that we don't really see. That's why you see a lot of divorces. You know what I'm saying? In Hollywood. True leadership, true leadership is finding something to die for. True leadership is finding something to die for. What are you willing to take a bullet for? And only you. I know Josiah really just wants to know. That's about it. That's it. You know? But what are you willing to die for? Just why? Okay. True leadership, and this is leadership, y'all. True leadership is not measured by how many people serve you. True leadership is not measured by how many people serve you, but how many people you serve. How many people you serve. Jesus, they went out, they're hungry. He's like, what they got to do with me? That's a wild response like that. He's like, what that do with me? Yo, they're hungry. He's like, what that do with me? He said, what do we got? We got lunch. He takes it, he blesses it, he breaks it. Did it multiply in his hands? Now he's talking about 20. See, this is work. See, leadership is exhausting. Because you know what to take 20,000 people? That's like, you know what, I would use Melissa and CJ, because they travel with me a lot. With me and Mo, and CJ, Melissa, Spence. All right, you're gonna grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He said about 50. Now this is 20,000. 1, 2, 3, 3, 25, 50. Okay. Again. 1, 2, 3, 3. That's half a day right there. And that's it. Now you sit them down in 50s. Now you give them the food, and there where it multiplies. What's my number one thing, see, when we travel? I'm always asking.
He's like,
Are you tired? Are you tired? Yeah, I thought that's a lot of number one things. Yes, are you tired is number one.
I'm tired. Are you tired? Are you tired? Are you tired? You get tired when you get home. That's when you get tired. That's it. Simple as that. And that's how you know you had a good, you know, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm wiped out. Good. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. Woo! I'm picky when you travel. Now, everybody can handle me. Yeah, yeah, you came with me, right? Yeah, with me to Cleveland. It's got to be about the book. It's got to be about the book. Strict. I've been doing this way too long. I got time to be, you know, babysitting. I don't babysit my own grandkids. I'm moving on. It's just, you know, just follow instructions. Very simple. Just follow instructions, right? Be it. It's like, just follow instructions. That's it. Don't depend on people to get value. I think that's a start right there. You want to tweet something, snap that right there. Don't depend on people to get value. What's another word for value? Who said that? Who said that? Girl, I'm gonna throw my phone at you. God almighty.
if I don't value you, that's what it makes me want to value you. I don't even value you, so let me honor you. Let me just try.
I will give you a hug.
What word you use over there?
Honor. Honor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't depend on people to get value. Don't
Give.
don't depend on people to get your value. To get your value.
True.
I feel like men a little bit. Oh Lord, I feel like men a little bit. I'm gonna do it. That's like saying, I always tell my wife, I was like, you know what? I just need you to know to respect me. That's it, honey. Just respect me, love, you know what? Whether you love me or not, hey, I don't depend on you. He's like, huh? Jesus. That's it. It's always Jesus. That's it. Sometimes we make, even our spouse, an idol. Oh, I depend. And when she lets you down, it's the devil. No, the thing is that she let you. No, the thing is that you're putting all your stocks on that, and that's subject to disappoint you. He will never disappoint you. He will never. People, I know I will disappoint you. Vice versa. But if I get my value from the Father, this is my beloved Son. See, that's it. He got his affirmation right there. Who are I am well pleased. He just got sponsored. Bounce, go. And then he gets led, isn't it crazy, to the wilderness. You guys okay? Now this is a continuation, right? So I said, don't depend on people to get your value. That's why many famous singers and entertainers do drugs and overdose, because they depend on people for their value.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thirst trapping on the ground.
I got 40,000 hits. Woo! Really?
What nobody hit.
I mean, I haven't been on Facebook for 4 months, and I'm like, I see something like, I don't even have. That was corny, and I'm just like, again, and there's that temptation to compare it. I'm like, that's corny. And you got 100 hits, 100,000 hits, and I got 20. Again, I'm doing it for people, or am I doing it because out of obedience? What he told me. You gotta fight that. Because comparison, is like, oh, I don't value you. And then so comparison always does is, devalues. How do you compare Kobe and Kobe, versus Jordan? You can't. One is gonna get devalued.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what? They're great players. Character is when I can trust you even when I can't see you. I feel like winning right there.
Can't move on, gotta stay still.
What?
So you gotta stay still.
I know. I'm just gonna buy my coffee right now. You guys got that? Character is when I can trust you even when I don't see you. I'll drink to that though. That's right, son. Does that make sense? Make sense? A good, and I always, matter of fact, this other day, I was talking to Pastor Mark, I was like, I just love it that when he took 6 weeks off, the first sermon we heard was on repentance with CJ. I mean, with Spence. I was just like, dude, CJ, Spence is blue at the box. That was like my number one, because we always give each other feedback. I was like, I heard a lot of stuff, but I love that one. That was an on-time word. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the way it's supposed to be. When we're not around, it's like, you know what? If I give you my keys, you see 100 grand, you're just like, and then, but you have an eviction notice. You want to trust somebody? Give them money. I talked to this kid. Give him power.
True.
I'm telling you this kid, let's give him power. Give him power or give him money. Woo! Because all money does is amplifies what's in here. You're just like, oh, this came out for you. You're like, really? Here you go. Hold on. You're just like, well, the Lord said. The Lord said. Really? Give some power. Give some power. Give some money. You guys are good? Again, so this is a part 2. So, what was the last one I wrote? I said.
Character.
All right. Character means you don't have another life. Character means you don't have another life. You are the same day in and day out, night and day. If I was to hashtag it, a statue, the Statue of Liberty. Just, that's it. Sorry, man. Does that make sense? You're the same, day in and day out. You're like a statue, hashtag, Statue of Liberty, and wow. I can laugh at y'all. There's some folks, I'm just like, I don't know if you have the joy of the Lord, or I don't know what kind of joy. 1/3 of the kingdom is joy. Okay, Michelle? I'll give you a Bible verse for that. If you want me to. You know, I find I'm a medalist. I'm a medalist. It's just funny, man. As you're getting older and older and older, the dopest things in life are free. Think about it. If we were recording right now, Mom, but I gotta do it, you know. That story. I know my husband told me, sir, what happened? I don't know. Power outage. But it's true though. Words, they're free. Your words are free. I have the power to encourage or discourage David.
Both free.
It's free. Both free.
Pay me for my service.
That's like, that's why you said, someone, you said about make the most of your day. In other words, we have 24 hours. Make the most of it. Don't take stuff for granted. One day is 75, the next day it's gonna snow. Well, thank God, you know what, guess what? In the snow, make a snowman. When it's 74, go to Mount Trashway and walk. You know what I'm saying? At least you know what? You're walking. Every 6 seconds, somebody's dying on the planet. And you're whining, oh, it's hot. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's hot. It's like, what, a yo-yo? Get back to it, Julio. All right. So we're talking about character, right? So, what was the last one I wrote? I said?
Character means you don't have another life. You are the same day in and day out.
Right? I love that. Numbers and letters. I know CJ certainly don't like this. Numbers and letters are characters. They don't change. They don't change. So from here on then, that's it. Whether Jesus, he's going to come, if you stay or not, it's going to be an A. Whether Antichrist comes, it's still an A. A number one is number, that's character. So think about that. A letter, it's like the Statue of Liberty. Like when you go to the Dominican Republic, oh Lord, Jesus, coconut tree, yes Lord, water. So I'm at the moment. Oh man, water, coconut water. We've had in that island to experience 200 to 300 miles per hour wind. It bangs. An hour, the next day, sun, 80 degrees, still there. Trial, you made better. It might hurt you. You might get afflicted. You might cry. But the next day you were like, yo, I'm here. Every morning you get up, you know what I'm saying? Every morning you get up, it's like, I was like, damn, he got up again. Good Lord, what in the world? What's it gonna take? Trust, write this down. Trust is a byproduct. Trust is a product. Trust is a product of passing tests over time. Trust is a product of passing tests over time.
It's true.
Test over time. Like you want that Bentley, but guess what? That same Bentley went from easy to about 500 crashes. Oh, just to make sure that you know what when you drop the quarter of the mail, you make that right turn, not have the car, but the whole car turn.